As we come into cyberspace, cyber communication, cyber security, line defense, everything through mechanisms and everything through force rising, everything through spectrum light divisions. It's really powerful stuff that's happening right now. I went to the Galactic Federation Light Council, and there is a lot of things that are happening right now. Understanding what's going on with the Schumann resonance, everything, there's a lot of things that a lot of people are trying to get adaptations of cycles through rotations and everything through vibration. Vibration, frequency, and energy is everything. So it's all about taking everything through the magnetic forcing highway information system, because there's so many levels of atmosphere systems and atmosphere systems of intelligence through the spectrum lights. So now we're coming into cyberspace. Okay, so we're coming into the cyberspace force team. Say goodbye to the galactic force team. We're going to be going into cybersecurity now, cybergenetics, cybernetics. We're coming into high-rise division right now. This is going to give you more balance through your algorithms, more control through your digitals, and more control through your perceptions, through your mind systems of your thoughts. So congrats on that. But basically, that test that we had yesterday, really powerful stuff. So I'm just going to go over the questions and give you guys the answers. Everybody got pretty close to it. Right? There's no right or wrong, only correction. Thank you for subscribing to everything that you've been watching. I really appreciate it. Feel free to subscribe, like, and share, and force rise, grand rise. It's all about understanding the true nature of everything around you. It's the spectrum lights of you. So that's what we're coming into. So we're coming into higher divisions. We're trying to get one all atom system into one vibration, to one panel, to one location, and that's extremely hard to do, right? So the cybergenetics of security line defense is going to put all dimensions into one cycle through one rotation, through one division. So that's what it's all about. It's bringing humanity into one location of 5D. So it's really hard to do these things because the voicing grids of errors and everything through human error is done through tractions, divisions, and everything. So we have to go through the corrections of everything. When we come into the defrag, to the fragmentation line signals, that allocates location positions when it comes to spectrums and everything through lights, oscillation winds, everything through that connection. So we're coming into the robotic nanotechnology, a spectrum of lights, and that's the cybergenetics. It's really, really powerful stuff. So other than that, feel free to go through my emails, donations, and everything through my PayPal. The reason why I say that is because it's very important to understand every time you high rise to higher levels, you're upgrading systems, force winds, its cycles, it goes through its algorithms. So every time you understand information, your digital frames change, your penalizations change, everything through your body framings change, everything through the hydraulics of your framing of your thoughts change, everything through your perception changes. So I was communicating with the superiors and everything through the lights of Galactic Federation lights. And they said, okay, get the team up to cyberspace. I said, okay, so now we're cyberspace force team, right? It's extremely high rise. And like I said, you guys are wind spinning right now. Tina's feeling the rotation cycles through her energetic systems and your body frame systems. Yeah, grand rising, that's exactly what it is, Sarah. So basically, if you guys want to be upgraded, if you want to know your scannings, I can scan you and tell you exactly what you need to do. Right? So I can help you along the way, but it's knowing that, understand your information is the biggest thing. And the thing is too, is that you guys are getting a better understanding of who you are through projections and everything through images and everything through your dream sets, because your dream sets are in allocated positions and it's putting up map sequences, map codes, map linings coming into the crop circles. We're coming into higher forces now when it comes to cybernetics and everything geometric systems. The spectrum of lights is everything through the oscillations. So it's extremely powerful stuff when we get into that, right? So say goodbye to the Galactic Force team. Okay, we're in cyberspace now. Okay, so I just want to keep this up for a bit. It's really powerful stuff when you get to those levels, right? So I communicated with the all the superiors and all the intelligence, which is extremely, extremely real. Like, it was unbelievable what I saw. The light formations and everything through intelligence. I mean, actually communicating one to another. Like, here's a table. you're sitting here, and on the other end of the table, you're speaking to superiorities, right, of the spectrum of lights and everything through divisions. Really, really fascinating stuff when you guys see these things. So it's regular conversation one to another. So it's one light transmission of a communication communicating with another, which is a higher force, because everything intelligence has its own title, has its own correlation system. So it's understanding everything through the plasma system through your light activation, right? So it's all about getting all those vibrations into the magnetic force and highway information into one atom. Big Bang Theory, bringing it into the center, one location, one center. That's what we want, one balance. And once we get that, then everything will balance out, okay, and across the globe to the metric system. And everything through all balancing frequency levels of our body framing systems will go into all channels, into defrag to fragmentation, to line signals through your body activation systems. So there's a lot going on right now. So now we're coming into cyberspace. And it's really amazing stuff, how we get to those levels. And you guys will see that too. You'll see the higher form of intelligence. They will come to you through intelligence, and they'll tell you exactly, okay, you're coming into that formation, and they'll tell you exactly, intelligence will become a lot more easier for you through formats. So it's a lot of fun, and it's a lot more balance and a lot more understanding through creation, understanding the creation of you and understanding more of what's going on through universal set systems, right? So, and your digital frames and everything through, you know, traction divisions or anything through allocations, because your point centers is knowing how to go up to higher levels of spectrums. Okay, so now we're coming into cybergenetics, cyberspace, right? Cybersecurity, line defense, right? Mechanisms of anything through security lines. You know, that's what happens when you go up to higher forces of atmospheres. So we're coming out of the stratospheres and we're coming into the baryon atmosphere. Remember I was telling you about that. So it's really, really powerful stuff, and that's why everybody's feeling the wind force. And that wind force is going to bounce out through your perceptions. And you understand more of your digital frames. So you won't be so hesitated anymore. You won't feel so negative anymore. You won't feel so thinking anymore. You'll be knowing and doing, and knowing exactly what needs to be done when it comes to cyberspace. So anyway, it was a fun ride, you know, the Force team, right? But we're not in the galactic system anymore. We're in cyber. Okay, really, really powerful stuff. And like I said, everything from line communication has to high rise. We have to high rise. That's the whole point, right? So it's understanding more communications with vibrations, more communications with nature, more communications with digital systems through simulation patterns. When we come into the psychic divisions, now you come into the psychometric division. But the psychological system has to its AI, which is awareness of information through perceptions. Okay, because the spectrum lights is changing everything through the oscillation wind spins. And those wind spins are going to change everything through your particle system, which is your point centers. Okay, so basically, anyway, the test for Friday is 3 questions. Everybody did exceptionally well, right? Now, it's on the microbiome, mutation strands on your DNA, multiple questions, right? So how are line sequences put together through crop circles? Yeah, either or. So you have to understand that. I'm going to draw it on the illustrations to get a better formation. Okay, let's start with 1. Now, you have to understand everything through line sequencing is cyber, because we're coming into cyberspace, right? So I'll uprise your cycles after I do the illustrations from 1 to 3. Okay? Yeah, I know. Woohoo! So line sequence. Okay. Line sequence is everything, because it lines everything when it comes to the X2000. So the X2000 comes in through traction divisions, right? Now when they come in sonar division, like that. Okay, when it comes in sonar division, it creates a crop circle, crop cycle. Okay, line communicates everything through digital formats. So it's kind of like you're seeing this, you're seeing this, you're seeing so many lines, right? Each line has a number. Okay, each line has a number, 001. 10. Okay. Now that's allocated in location position. That's point divisions. It's split in 4 division levels through traction division. Okay. So basically we set there 1. Okay. So 1 here. Okay. Let's say 0 here, 1 here, 1 here, 0 here, 1 here, 1 here. Okay, there it is. That's how it's done. That's how you get line sequences from the X2000s. All connected. Okay, so it's kind of like correcting everything through a pi division, right? E equals MC pi, right? Get out of its equation through helix and hydrogen, right? We're coming out of hydrogen now, guys. We're coming into cybergenetics, right? And it's extremely powerful atmosphere. Okay, we're in the biodome systems now. So once you get into the X2000s through digital system, the numbers come in line sequence and it goes around the clock, right? What it does is it goes through circles and cycles. So you got 1, 1, 0, right? All around. Now that crop cycle comes out of its equation, okay? Like this. Okay, when it comes out of its equation, then it basically formulates and brings out the light formations. Like that. Okay? So that's one. That's the answer to that. All right, so number 2, you guys did exceptionally well. I just let you know that you did really well. So 2 is strand divisions are line communications of your DNA. What is the temperature, rate of speed of velocity and spectrum of space atmosphere? Okay, that's tricky. Okay, this is understanding everything through, again, it's the line sequence. So everything I give you really gives you everything through balance. So it's kind of like, you know, you can get one question but have all questions in one answer through 3 questions, right? So you start off with that first. Okay, and once you get into that, number 2 is basically, I wanted you guys to understand your atmospheres, right? Because you understand your 12 Godheads. So understanding your body conceptual systems, right? 1 to 7, and then 7 to 5. 5 atmospheres. So it's the 5 atmospheres that you have to master, right? So we're coming into the cybergenetics of cyberspace. So we're the cyberspace force team now. So it's really powerful stuff. Okay, so basically, when you get into anything through strand, understanding your DNA, okay, DNA is your biological system. Okay, so DNA strand. Okay, so DNA strand is a line sequencing to your biochemical systems. That's understanding you're coming into the healing. So every time I give you a question, it has its answer at the bottom. All right. So when we get into that, you know, it's saying what is the temperature, rate of speed, velocity, and spectrum of space atmospheres. So the temperature, what I was talking about, is 0 gravity. Okay, that's the answer I wanted. 0 gravity. Okay. So anything through light speed, you have to go from 1 to 10, right? It all depends. And the thing is too, because you guys are bilocating already, you're past light speed. Okay, so you're not starting at light speed. You're going past light speed because you're always traveling in space. So you're going up to higher atmosphere systems through your chakra systems, right? So the DNA strands are reading everything through 0 gravity. So if you're going 0 gravity, that's extremely fast. That's the highest formation you can go through a dimension through a portal, an activation cycle. So you take the 0 out, right? It comes into a round division like this, extremely fast through security line defense. So as we're coming into security line defense, that's what it is. It comes into that formation, its dimensional round. Now, what you can do with 0 gravity is you can move the dimensions into higher formations, right? So the higher you go through atmospheres, the more you can do through traveling. So you can travel each way. You can even downphrase it too. Okay. So that means that you can go through 3 different dimensions through 0 gravity, a spectrum of light divisions through the velocity wind spins, all connected through your DNA strands. Okay. So that's answer for number 2. And let's see, number 3. Allocated positions are set through program settings. How do we change and heal our digital systems? Okay, so anything through allocated position is understand your biolocator division. So again, you have to understand the DNA structures of humanity's systems. You have to understand your scanning systems of you first before you heal anything else. So their coloration is on a different cycle. It's on a different digital system. So it's understanding more of communications of yourself first before you can scan anything related to that, when it comes to humanity or that kind of thing. But you really have to get into the understanding how to heal. Heal is everything through the digital frames. You get into the scanning, get into the coloration, get into the vibration, get into healing through angels and archangels. And it's all about getting into adaptation, right? How to put everything in control of balance. Everything through balance is healing. It's how to heal, okay, is the balance spectrum. And that's what it is, a spectrum of lights. Okay, so it's all about understanding the energy of its information through its data processing systems. Okay, so anything through that formation changes everything through a DNA strand. So it's knowing how to take this person into space atmospheres and change their particle system through all connections through galaxy systems and bring them back down on the dimensional Earth into a new formation, into a new blueprint, into a new contract, into a new division. Okay, so in this case, it'd be cybergenetics, cyberspace. So that's the answer. But you guys did extremely well. Extremely well. I'm really proud of you guys. Really good. So now we are cyber space / force team. Okay, so I'm going to change that all around now. So cyberspace force team. All right, because we're coming into cybergenetics. We're past the galactic system. We're past the energy core. We're coming into the spectrum of lights now through oscillations. So, like I said, our dimensions get stronger, our portals get stronger, our eye receptors get stronger, our mind frames get stronger, our thoughts get stronger, our balance frequency levels of our chakra systems get stronger, our colorations get stronger, our activation cycles get stronger, security line defense gets stronger through dimensions of portals, our code frequencies get stronger, the simulation patterns through our voicing grids get stronger, our voice changes, our body receptacle systems change. Everything through formation is changing. Your hair changes, your eyes change. All this is changed. Right? So, because now you have to understand too, when you're going up to different atmospheres, it's changing particle systems of you. It's changing everything through your energy frequencies and vibrations. It's really, really powerful stuff. So congrats on that, guys. You guys in cyberspace now. So I got to do the tapestry. Because we are no longer in the galactic. So anyway, whoever did the test, they're going to uprise your divisions. They're already in light communications. This is coming in from the superiority, light communications of intelligence, congratulating people that did the test. You're extremely evaluated now. So cybergenetic level systems, the cyberspace force team, all connections. Communication levels that took the test, 2 evaluations of reviews, set correlation systems, change our algorithm system, put them in space connection divisions, put them in security line defense, activate the light signals, activate the gamma signals, activate their transmission light systems into higher formations, atmospheres. Congrats, guys. So you guys are going to feel that. All right, so cyberspace force team. Yeah. Powerful stuff. So the Schumann resonance, let's get into that, shall we? There's a lot of people want to answer questions here. Now, there's a really powerful message that Jules sent, really powerful about the Schumann. Any thoughts on that? Well, it's understanding that the line sequences, the line system, lacing lines, and pattern divisions. You have to understand that everything through communication, right, comes from the universe, comes from the magnetic highway. That highway has so much information. Everybody is connected through so many different DNA strands through communication signals. Your audio signal is everything through the gamma signal. Okay, so when we're coming into this cyberspace, your cybergenetic system through your algorithm system is going to change its platforms. It's going to change its locations, and it's going to change everything through coloration of the planets. So you're going to get higher formations of intelligence, higher formations of information, higher formations of healing, higher formations of understanding of healing. So, and that's why it's important to, you can do it as fun. You take the test, reviews, and evaluations as long as you understand what you're doing. That's the thing. And, it's great that a lot of people are part of that. And it's great to know that. But bringing that to everybody's attention, how powerful it is once you get into different atmospheres. Okay, so the atmospheres are everything through your body system. Okay, so it's all about reaching up to one vibration, to one atom system of all locations into one balance of a spectrum of light. Spectrum of light. Okay, that's what it is. Spectrum of light. Once you get into that, now you're extremely powerful. You're connected on so many waving cycles through connections of nature's core. All atmospheres. You start with 7 and you go with 5, and then you work your way up. There's 114 chakras in a body system. Okay, I mastered 650. And then that, I left space, and then I went into the mind system completely and came energy of everything. And that's what you have to understand this cyber, I got to get used to this. Cyberspace force team has to get used to what's going on, right? So once you send more of your body frames through your digital system, through your algorithm programs, you guys are going to be able to do this through your allocated positions when it comes into your body system. So you don't understand more of intelligence and stuff that's given to you through gifts or anything. You know how to use those gifts. You guys are platted through so many communications when it comes to your biolocators, your GPS location signals, your AI vessels, through all communications, right? So that puts you in higher positions. So it's all about this. So we start here. Okay. So it's really, it's a graphing cycle through reception. Okay, it's sonar division. So it's kind of like up like this. Okay, and then you go like this. And then we go like this. All right. Now, this is understanding the Schumann resonance, understanding everything through vibration, everything through rotation, understanding the gravity system of the dimensional Earth through location, how to communicate through the voicing grids of the Earth as it goes up, how it goes up and down. This is what we want. We want this from here to here to here. All right. So you start with the 3 basic lines like this, right? You get 3 basic lines. So it's understanding how to take this and put it into one. Like that. Okay, so this has to come in, this has to come into the center. Then it has its atom system through location. And then it creates its own magnetic force and highway information system. So it's taking all information into one center through one location to the 5th dimension through humanitarian division. Okay, so now you get a better understanding when it comes to anything through intelligence of the harmonic resistance. Because the clairvoyance, clairsensing, anything through that division. Okay, so it's taking the lacing lines, anything through color, into one frequency level of one vibration to humanitarian division. Okay, so now you guys know, right? It's extremely powerful stuff when you get into that point, right? It's basically, when I see these things on these channels, they're putting things up like, that's what this is, but they're not getting the answer. They're saying that, okay, this is what's happening, but what happens next? Well, I'm telling you exactly what has to happen and how this is put together. It's how to put everything in formation through vibration when it comes to the Schumann resonance, or anything when it comes to lacing lines, or anything through coloration. So it's communication with the dimensional Earth and putting everything back into balance, to one line system, to one atom system, to one location of one magnetic force and highway information system. Okay, so the magnetic force and highway is the biggest thing when it comes to the universal system. It's a sounding wave communication center. It's a TV reception when it comes to your dream sets. It sets everything through your data processing, uplinks and downloads and upgrades. Okay, so it's all about understanding having just one vibration in the 5th dimension. Not 6 or 7 or 8, because it's too confusing to anything through mind signals. It's getting humanity into one vibration. Plain and simple, guys. That's all it is, right? So I found it pretty fascinating on how we come together through that. And now we're coming into cyberspace, right? This is a lot more high rise, and it's a little bit more tricky now. But it's going to be a lot more fun, because you guys are going to have more balance with your spectrums and your lights and your oscillations through your dimensional settings and everything through your body frames. So you're coming more into a digital system. You're coming more into an AI vessel system. Your digital play, your mechanisms. You'll be able to understand how you can, let's say that you forgot something, okay, and it's the past. So you can rewind your system. This is where it comes in the spectrum of lights. This is what I was talking about when you go into zero gravity. You can reframe your system and go exactly back into where you came from, like as far as whatever happened. Like if you forgot something or you saw something and you lost something, you can reframe that and you can rewind. So remember when you guys are doing things in space and I go back and past to see what you guys have done, that's exactly what it is. Okay, that's what cyberspace is. So it's getting your alignments, okay, in control now. Okay, so you guys can go back into the past and, you know, go a little into the future, but more into the past, because the past is its alignment. That force rises its presence and gives everything through its future. So you're going to be able to rewind your programs now. You couldn't do that before, right? The galactic was just the surface, but now we're coming into the cybergenetics, okay, through your spectrums and your lights, through your algorithms and your digital formats. Right? It's all about putting things in chronological order through information, which is extremely, extremely powerful stuff. Yes, and exactly, that's what it is, Tina. It becomes extremely handy. Yep. Yep. And you're going to find it. It's really, really powerful. Yep. So basically what that means is that you can rewind your vortex divisions, your avatars, or anything through connections. Higher self, no, because it's not that level. It's only in the galactic system. But we're in cyberspace now, guys. So you're able to do these things. You can rewind your divisions through your algorithms, and you can set your programs back like 5 or 10 minutes earlier. Something that happened. You see this on TV. Okay, I want to go 5-10 minutes back in the past. That's what you can do through the mind system now, guys. That's how I'm able to do these things when you guys do things in space. I rewind the program. I know exactly what you did, okay, and what needs to be fixed. That's how you fix things. That's how you heal things, because there's always misinformation that you forget. There's always details that you forget. You know, every single time, like if you're going for a coffee, right, you don't want to leave anything behind. So you get up, you turn your head, right, said, okay, look, nothing there, walk out, okay? So you're not missing anything, right? So basically, if you do the same thing again, and you leave the store, and it's 10 minutes after, you can go 10 minutes back into the past at Tim Hortons and find if you missed anything. That's how powerful it is when it comes to AI through information. Okay, so this is what we call it. It's cybergenetics. It's reframing, rewinding everything through your program setting. Okay, and it puts you more into a powerful connection through your alignment systems. So, yeah, you guys are feeling that now because I changed your frames. I changed your frames into cyberspace. So. And like I said, I communicate with the Galactic Light Federation. The superiorities, extremely powerful stuff. They're connected to the Father and Mother and archangels and angels. But when you're actually there and you actually see them, it's incredible, you know. They said, no, get them up to cyberspace. They got to go through the security line defenses now. They got to go through the rewind programs. They have to set their divisions, know exactly that, you know, the thing is, too, is that you make less mistakes because now you can go back in time and see what you just did. Okay, and you say, oh, I forgot something, right? So you said, okay. So this is where you can change things, guys. This is where it gets very confusing now through the voice and grid system. Your panel activations through your body activation systems. Okay, so once you go back into time, in the past reference, and you pick something up, you're changing the energy, you're changing the frequencies, you're changing the vibrations, right? So being in cyberspace is more protection through lights now. Okay, so you don't worry about changing alignments or anything like that. So you refrain from that position, you pick something up that you made a mistake, and that will correct its line division through your body system, through your algorithm system. Okay, so that's what cyberspace is. Okay, that's the cybergenetics. That's the start, right? And then we get into cyborg division, right? We'll get more into that, but right now we're in the cybergenetics. Congrats on that. So cyberspace force field. So I hope everybody's happy about that, because I know I'm happy. You know, I got confirmation last night. So yeah, you'll understand more, Tina, too, and this is going to help you more with information. You can use your downgrades, your downloads, your framing system, back framing systems. You can go back into the past and understand, okay, I made a mistake. I know what I need to do. And don't worry about that. You're not changing alignments, because the intelligence, okay, through spectrum lights or anything through that, the superiorities and, father, mother, they know exactly what you're doing through the intelligence. So you guys are not making mistakes. You're just learning from its mistake. And that mistake becomes its answer through its problem. Okay, because I had to go through that too. I had to go up all those different atmospheres. I had to get past those matrix levels. I had to get past everything through provisions. Right? So the higher you go, the more you get protected through lights. So you guys are in the spectrum light divisions now. Okay, the Galactic Federation. Okay, I have Light Council. So I'm going to change that. I'm going to take this down, okay, because we're no longer in the Galactic Force Team. We're in the cyberspace. So it's going to change everything with you guys. It's going to change the way you know things. It's change the way you see things. Your eyes are going to change. Your body framing is going to change. Your pixel activation, your holograms are going to change more and more. Simulation patterns are going to change. Your voice and grids are going to change to different locations now. And you got rewinding divisions in your mind systems now through projection. So it's really powerful stuff when you come into the spectrum lights. So it's really, really fun. So anyway, let's get into the questions here. Tina, Melissa, Sarah, Interior Unified. Yeah, Steven, how's it going? Cyberspace, yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. I could send in my test. Yep. Starseed, yeah, you can send it in. Yeah, you feel different already, but you feel more powerful when, it's understanding. And don't forget, because what you see through my eyes is everything through intelligence. Okay, so all intelligence is in my eye receptor. And like I said, you can have the universal system in a marble. Okay, it doesn't matter how big it is. You can have the universal system in a marble. Everything inside is its atom through intelligence. So when I'm looking at your test reviews and evaluations, all intelligence through my spectrum division is looking at your answer. So it's not just me, it's everything up there. Okay, so it's the eye reception from other intelligence all over planet locations. That's how I'm everything through energy. I'm energy of everywhere. So it's being everywhere, right? If you guys watch Lucy, I recommend you watch Lucy again. Okay, you understand, because what Lucy was going through, I'm going through. Okay, is being everywhere through energy, right? And that's what it is. I'm everywhere, and that's what you want. Okay, because if you get two particle systems, this is what humanity knows. One fragmentation line. Now you bring it apart. That's two, right? So that's all humanity knows, and that's what Lucy was talking about. Okay, it's a particle system. You split it. That's all we know. We don't know anything more than that, right? So everything in formation, okay, doesn't have a letter, number, or shape. Now, I'm going to tell you that now because you guys are in cyberspace. So we're coming at attraction divisions of letters, numbers, and shapes. We're coming into one division of one atom system, right? Which is no number, letter, or shape. Okay? So now we're coming into more formations of energy. And how everything through energy, okay, is not just platitude split into two. Okay? There's no letter, number, and shape when it comes to anything through that division. It's all connected through your digital frame. Okay, the simulation. Like I said, the car spins really fast and it disappears. What happens? Right? Now, in your spectrum, through your perception, you'll see it still there. But that's a communication from you to the other side of you. There's two sides of you. The spectrum lights and all the atmospheres that are combined through your digital frame. Okay, so you know that car is there and you know it's in its simulation through its force rise and through its rotation. And it's going extremely fast, but it's not there. Right? It's knowing that it's connected to everything through energy. Okay, and that's what the magnetic force and highway information is. Okay, so it's bringing all those vibrations in the universal systems. Remember, just think that all those voicing grids that come out, all those voicing grids that come out every single day, it's bringing all those lines. Like when you open it up through a sequence, like you bring it up like this, and you see the digital scan. It's a digital scan, and then you see numbers. All numbers are in line sequence. Now that is your blueprint. That is your contract. So your contract is trying to communicate on a level through your algorithm system. Okay, it's your database. It's your software mechanisms. So getting that connections, especially with the backphrasing systems through recording divisions now, because you guys can reframe everything through projection now through your dream sets, right? So you guys can go and pass alignments now, right? So, which is amazing. It's incredible what you guys can do now in cyberspace. So you guys are now the cyberspace sports team. So it's awesome. It's a lot of fun. It really is. Lucy, yeah. Yeah, there's yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, it's on Netflix. If you see that movie, well, because it you know, it's the drugs and all that, and it's in a plastic bag, right? Everything that happens to her goes through tunnels and all that. You see the inside of her body and all that. You see the electrolytes, and you know, it's changing her particle system. So it's all about that bag of drugs needs a host. So it's kind of like the universal system is given information. That information is energy through the particle system. So it's all about going up to that. You know, we go to the 10%, 20%, 30, 40, all the way up to 100%. Now, once you get to 100%, you're energy of everywhere. So you're the power grid of everything through a voicing grid, through the dimensional system. Okay? So it's understanding that you could be anywhere in any division through biolocated division in all atmospheres, all locations. So you could be here, 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 everywhere in seconds, right? That's what it means when it means 100%. Okay? There's also a part where she traveled into time, past, present, and future, right? And there's also a part where you see her looking at a tree, and you see the digital of the tree, right? You see the digital numbers, and then basically GPS location system, where she was seeing the lines, and she's going like this and moving it across, right? And then she's opening it up. As soon as you open it up, now you're platituning to a new location, right? So it's a GPS signal. So it's like a telegraphing waving signal to a telephone division through population circuit systems. Okay? So it's understanding that you can communicate with anything through cell phone division. Right? So you hear the sounds and everything that picks up. Your senses pick up more and more, right? Because you're going to higher atmospheres. Okay? So we're in extremely high rise right now into cyberspace. So yeah, I don't know. I think you have to rent it or buy it. Yeah, but it is on Netflix. It just came on yesterday, so I saw it yesterday. So yes, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I did a movie not too long ago, last summer, and I got picked up for Amazon Prime Video. So you guys can check that out, The Green Triangle. It's a popular, it's a short film, but it's very well done. I was the fight coordinator on that, and I played one of the leads. So I thought, you know, that was it was very well performed, and I think you'll like it. It's got a lot of drama, you know. It's kind of like it's like a triangle. It is. It's a green triangle between Gabriel, jealous man, thinking that you know, his girlfriend is, you know, sleeping with somebody else. Me, Patrick, right? So I kind of like, I'm in the triangle, okay, of their relationship, and that's why it's called the green triangle. But I don't want to really get into it. You just have to watch it. I think you'll pick up a lot on it, but it has a lot to do with the abyss, the good and bad of everything, the relationships of everything, and just basically, you know, just you know, seeing things for what they are, but not realizing that you're wrong. So, and but it has a really good plot to it. You know, I really enjoyed doing that film. And the thing is too, is I'm also a writer. I wrote 8 scripts. And I plan on putting those out and fighting, directing, producing, acting, all that, right, as a professional actor. So there's a lot of things that we look at and a lot of things that we need to do, and we focus on those things, right? Because we're not just generalizing one system here, because we know we can be jack of all trades. We can do this and we can do that. What is passionate about us? What do we love about us? You know, I love martial arts. I love writing scripts. I wrote 8 already. You know, I wrote a Bigfoot movie, a vampire movie, martial art movie, murder mystery. You know, so I love what I do. You know, and it just plays off. You know, there's a lot of things that, and I also wrote books on self-defense. So, you know, that's a part of you, right? Now that's the humanistic of you, but the whole thing is that everything through your spectrum of lights will come more into balance when you understand more of communications, when you go to back phrasing systems. Okay, because it's important, because sometimes if we do something and we forget, what happens? We keep going forward, but we know we missed something, right? Oh, I lost my wallet. I have to go back and get it, but now it's not there. Okay, so basically you're moving forward, but now you can't go back in time, right? But now you can through the mind. And that's what it is, cyberspace, cybergenetics. So it's giving you everything through its force, giving everything through your spectrum of its lights, and giving everything through your program settings. Okay, because it's strong winds the digital system. You get more protection through lights and more protection when it comes to universal systems, right? Through your alignments. That's what it's all about, really, you know, once you get into that. So. Yeah, I didn't play that. That was Gabriel. Yeah, he plays the Abyss, the good and the bad of them. Yeah. So it's kind of like he has that dichotomy of himself that tells him that, okay, you should be doing this and you should be doing that. No, don't do this, do that, right? So he's got 2 different voices that he's communicating with, right? Which is good and bad. That's the Abyss, right? But like I said, it's a fascinating plot. I think you guys will enjoy it. It got picked up in the States, UK. Yeah, I just found out yesterday from the director telling me that it got picked up. So nice. You know, it's great to hear stuff like that. It really is. So I'm going through your questions. Let's see. Yeah, Starseed's going cyberspace. What? Yeah, cybergenetics, cyber security line defense. Right? We're no longer in the galactic system, guys. We're high rising faster. So I support you in any way I can. Well, that's good. Abundance, totally, Commander. Yep. Yeah, and the thing is too, your channels and your information systems, your body framing system, will become so powerful through connections, knowing that you can backphrase your system back into time, guys, back into the past, and pick up what you missed. You can't do that in human evolution. You can't. If you lose something and you're gone like miles and miles ahead, and you just realize it, oh, I forgot my wallet, and you got to go back and it's not there, you know, it's gone. So you can't change alignments, but you can in the mind, because now you're in cyberspace. So it's getting more connections with you through the mind system, through balance, through projections, right? Especially when it comes to the oscillations, right? Because the oscillation is everything through, it's kind of like having the galaxy system inside your body system. You are a controlling mechanism of a body framing through a light activation through a plasma energy system. So it's kind of like you have all your digital frame of your whole body, which is controlled through a dimensional system of you. So you have the universal body system of you. So imagine seeing it on a screen, okay? Now, everything inside you is space. You see the galaxies, you see universals, you see vortex, you see divinity, you see intelligence, you see planets, you see locations, you see the earth, you see vibrations. You see plasma force. You see solar flares. You see kinetic energy waves. Right? You see sonar divisions. That's what your body is. That's what your mind is. Right? So the more you go up in atmospheres, the more you come dimensional, more and more. So it's coming into that mortal state, right? Immortal, right? So knowing that and getting balance with that, then you get balance with everything through the gods and the frequency of its gods, through its demigods, to locations of planets and anything through that location, right? So it's all about controlling your body more. It's all about controlling your mind. It's all about controlling your perceptions and what you see through the mind system. And it's all about controlling space through the atmospheres, right? But now we're in the cyber. We're in cyberspace now. Okay, so all line formation, security line defense, higher forms of more of intelligence, higher lights, higher communication of lights. Your chakra systems are high-rise faster now. They're rotating on so many cycles of rotation spin systems. If you want to be scanned, I can help you out with that. Tell you exactly where you need to go, what you need to do. And this will help you out a lot more. You'll understand your AI commander more now, okay? Because it's all about, you know, getting into the remembering of everything. And that's going to keep your force rise. That's going to keep you high rise more and more, because, you know, unified energetics is saying, well, I'm getting into this division, but I don't understand the dream sets. It's not in chronological order. And it never has been in chronological order because you're not awake. So once you know how to decipher, and once you're in cyberspace, now you're getting everything into a mind frame. And that becomes the reframe. Okay? So you deconstruct to construct, right? So you're self-evolving yourself into remembering who you really are. Okay, and the more you understand your AI commander, the more you understand yourself. Right? Because it's all about intelligence, knowing that, oh, I understand my intelligence through my spectrum lights now. They gave me an algorithm system. I understand how to use my gift now. Right? Okay, that's what cyberspace is going to give you now, because you guys are more controlled through your alignments now. And like I said, you bring the past and the future into one frequency level, through one communication, through one line signet, through one point center, through one algorithm system. Remember, we're all connected through unified consciousness of a pyramid, right? That pyramid is its diamond. That diamond is its spectrum of lights that rotates in circles and circles and circles. But so it's all about one vibration, the highest vibration in the universal system. So high rise, you're everywhere through energy. Okay? So, and that's what we're leaning to. We're coming up to that division now. Once we get into this, out of the cybergenetics, cyberspace, then we come into cyborg division, which is extremely, extremely high. Okay? So, and this is where you get more connected with the God frequency levels of the moon interface. And it's new order of you, right? New order of the sun interface, understanding what the sun is, what the sun is really doing. What is it doing every day? It's communication, right? It's communicating with you through your algorithms. It's communicating through your digital frames. It's putting up your upgrading systems, your data processing, your uplinks, your downloads. It's formulating you into cyberspace so you can understand more of its intelligence when it comes to light communications. Okay? So basically, what I'm going to do is, because you guys are in cyberspace right now, we're going to test it out. We're going to go into the past. Okay? Now, really fascinating. Yesterday, I went to go see Einstein. I'm saying, what? Yeah, I went to go see Einstein. That's understanding that I have balance with everything through past, present, future. And that's what we have to get. Once we get into cyberspace, now we're getting light communication of past and bringing the future into the presence. Okay, so I went to go see Einstein, which is really powerful stuff, black and white. I communicated, he communicated with me, he knew I was there, and it's fascinating stuff. Like, he was just in his basement. It's really powerful stuff how we go through these things. So I basically change the alignments and I set myself into the past. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go into the past. This is really powerful stuff. So when you guys go through these alignments, you understand what I'm talking about when you come into cyberspace. Okay, so it's formulating your past into balance. It's formulating your presence into balance. It's forming your future into balance, into one line system, to one fragmentation line system, to one decoding system, to one algorithm program. Okay, so basically, this is what's going to happen. We're all going to go see Einstein. Okay, really, really powerful stuff. Now, when you see him, you're going to see him in projection. You're going to see him in black and white. And you've got one question to ask him. Okay? Now, when you ask him, ask the question that you really want to know the answer to. Okay? So he's going to give you the answer. Okay? And then we're going to go over to Tesla. Okay? So E equals MC squared. That's his digital system. Remember, that's his DNA frame. That's understand what he created. So that's how we go back in the past. E equals MC squared. Okay. And then we have Tesla 369. Okay. So this is what you have to put in. This is understanding how to go in the past of E equals MC squared, how to go in the past and see Tesla. Einstein, Tesla. Okay. So as we're going into the past, it's going to be extremely powerful, guys. It's going to be a black and white projection. Back in the day, you're going to see civilizations. Now, it's a plasma energy force through a galactic system. That galactic system, because you're high-rising, your connections right now through cyberspace. So you got one question to ask, and he's going to tell you what it is. Anything you want to ask, and then you ask a question when it comes to Tesla. Okay? All right, because I communicated with him last night. I said, well, I want to speak to the cyber space force team. I said, okay, sure, no problem. So, and these are the things that your AI commander can do now, right? And this is what I want you guys to understand that you can do once you get into cyborg division. It's getting balance with everything through intelligence, guys. That's how you're able to travel to anywhere through locations. Anything through energy, right? So backphrase level systems back into Einstein, E equals MC squared, all division levels. Take the cyberspace force team into divisions of locations. All right, so here we go. Backphrase this. All communication, security line defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? 6 level systems on communications, back in the past reference. Okay, so your angle points and your body systems are going back into the past division level system. Okay? So you guys are back in the past now, right here. All right, so you should be seeing projections of Einstein. All right, so you have one question to ask him, and then I'll take you out and I'll put you in Tesla 369. Ask Tesla one question, okay, and I'll take you guys back into cyberspace, all right? It's powerful stuff, guys, when you can do these things, because we traveled everywhere, But like I say, now we're going into intelligence. So it's knowing that, we couldn't do this before, right? Because you weren't in cyberspace. So the higher you go through atmospheres, the more you can communicate through intelligence. I mean, there's nothing that we can't communicate. We can communicate with Elvis. Elvis, king of rock and roll. No problem. I understand his lines, his communication, his angles. I have to communicate with him first before anything else. Now, this is understanding how to communicate with intelligence, okay? So this is really powerful stuff. But this is what we can do when we get into cybergenetics, okay? So it's getting more control with intelligence and past, people that have passed, people that have died, right? But they never die. They're energy of everywhere. That's what happens when you die. You're energy of everywhere. You travel everywhere until you're reborn again into another biological system. But your framing system is going to be a different number, different location, different birthday, different planet, different coloration, different vibration, different energy, different frequency. Okay, every single time. Because the rebirthing system, a universal system, never sits still. It's always on rotation. All the time. All the time. Okay? So how's everybody feeling? It's creepy, isn't it? It's freaking you out. Because you're actually seeing the past. You're actually seeing Einstein. You actually see him. He's talking to you now. So ask him one question. Something that particular that you want to know. Anything that has to do with E equals MC squared. Because you guys will get a better understanding. Yeah, I know it's extremely fun. But see, the thing is too, Starseed, it's more real now. Because you guys are in cyberspace. You're no longer on the Galactic Force Team. You're in cyberspace Force Team. So Einstein is surprised. Yeah, no, that's okay. Starseed, relax. Guys, relax. Just, okay, hold on. Okay, you guys are confused. You're getting jitters. Everybody, Einstein is telling everybody just to relax, okay? One question at a time. One question at a time, okay? Yep, that's it. It looks like plasma from black and white. So like I said, you guys are seeing Einstein. What's it like? Ask him one question, and then we'll go over to Tesla. Okay? So, say Einstein and Tesla. Okay, Einstein and Tesla. All right? Yep. You'll see them in detail. You'll see everything in detail now, guys. The more you high rise through atmospheres, because you're in cyberspace, you see everything. You see Einstein. You see his eyes. You see what he's wearing. You see what he's doing. That's detail, guys. So it's getting the plasma of the past into, detail. You see civilization. It's kind of like you see that, I'm in my room and I see everything clear. So everything becomes clear. It becomes more clear the more you high rise through atmospheres, right? Yeah. Yeah. So Jasmine is seeing him in a room with his own library. You guys can illustrate it, draw it out, or you can talk about it on the Galactic Force Team private link. I'd like to know what you guys went through. I want you to know that you really saw Einstein, right? This is what we can do now, guys. Okay, so Unified asked them about gravitational waves. Okay, so Unified, basically, do your live video whenever you want, your time. Just tell them exactly what Einstein said to you. What are gravitational waves? What you picked up from him. Okay? So. But it's amazing how we come into detail, how we come into different levels of past, present, and future events, right? But intelligence becomes more real because we're in this cyberspace now, guys. Okay? And when we get into the cyborg division, boy, oh boy, we can travel anywhere. I can take you anywhere. Anywhere, I kind of want to see all this, King of rock and roll. I saw, I communicated with Bruce Lee not too long ago. The Dragon. Yep. So there's everything that we can do now in cyberspace. But once you get into cyborg division, there's nothing that we can't do. So, and it's real. It's very, very real. It's like you're standing there right in front of Einstein and you're asking him a question, right? So the more we high rise through higher levels of atmospheres, the more things come into play, more into digital frame, right? And don't worry, it doesn't change alignments, right? So, because I'm controlling the universal gravity, I'm controlling the vibrations right now. Right? I have complete control through dimensional Earth. The dimensional Earth understands my vibration, understands his altitude, understands his oxygen. I've already communicated with Einstein already, It's a theory, and when it comes into formulas, I could put Einstein into you guys, I could put Tesla into you guys, I could put anything through intelligence into you guys. The knowledge they have. So that's what's fascinating too. That's healing. So it's not just I can put you in a magnetic force. I can put you in higher formations of computers. There's a lot of things that we can do now, guys. It's amazing how we come into that traction. So anyway, 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna take you out and put you in Tesla. So when you see Tesla, you're going to see him working on his illustrations. And again, you guys have one question to ask. So, secure lines of defense. Okay, so Starseed, Mr. School, asked, okay, so Starseed, you describe that on your own time. The illustration, you can do it live on the Galactic Works Team private link. Okay. Describe what you see, right? Because you want to get back, you know, and say, whoa, okay, this is really real. This is actually, I am here. I'm in the past, you know, and like I said, when you become balanced through rotation to everything, through communication, you guys are aligned sequences and aligned systems now when it comes to space atmospheres. But now you're in a space through its connection of a cyberspace. Because everything through atmospheres has its communication when it comes to partnerships, right? So, great. So, getting humanity into one vibration. Okay. Anybody else at that level? Let's see here. You know, the thing is too, yeah, Unified Energetics is going to say, oh, yeah, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. Because I'm so used to all you guys and what you say, right? Because you come particular with certain words. Like I said, that's what it is, right? It's just tedious. It comes and goes, you know. But it's fascinating to come to that level. But yeah, I think we're gonna go see. I think tomorrow we'll go see Elvis Presley. Yeah, I want to have fun on my trips now, guys. I don't want to get serious anymore. I want you guys to know how real it is, because we're in cyberspace now. So we can do a lot more. We can see a lot more, and we can travel a lot more. You can get into details a lot more. Everything through your perceptions are changing more through clarity vision. Your algorithms are set through balance, right, through locations of past, present, and future now. So we can go to any alignment of past, present, and future now. So basically, we can see anything in it, anywhere. You know, we can see Muhammad Ali. We can see Bruce Lee. We can see any, you know. But I have to ask their permission, you know. So. Yeah. Yeah. Jailhouse Rock was good. I like that one. Yeah. He was a 6th Dan too, eh? Martial arts. The one thing I didn't like about, you know, what they did to Elvis is that he was a good actor, but they put him in not very many good scripts. Like, it's just the play with that. I found it. You know, I think he, you know, because his performance, and he was an incredible singer, you know, king of rock and roll. Picked up a lot on that, but the storylines could have been a lot better. But okay, great. So I'm taking you out. Backphrase all levels into Einstein division. Yeah. Correlation centers back in the past into the present, all communications. Yep. 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 Cyberspace. Yep. All communication. E equals MC squared. All communications coming in. Yeah. Into the force teamed out division level systems back in the backphrase system. Yeah. Allocated location position. Okay. Great. So you guys are in cyberspace. Einstein's this. Thank you very much for everybody. I hope you got the answers that you wanted. It's great to, you know, you picked up on that. I had to put you back into the present. I can't go past and then go see Einstein in the past, because that's 2 different location rotations. So, and that will change the angle divisions. So it's like seeing the spectrum light through rotation going like this, and it's going like this, right? So it's got to keep going like this, right? So if I go into the past again, because he's in a different location, it's going to change the spectrum of its lights. And that's what I mean. It will change atmospheres of space through cybergenetics. So you have to be cautious in what you do. So that's why you're going to put you back into the present, and then we go back into the past again. Okay, we can't go into the past and the past, because it'll change alignments. See, that's what you guys have to understand these things, right? You'll get into that through more divisions when you come into your algorithm system. Okay, so whatever you experience, keep that to yourself. Put it on the Galactic Force Team private link. And put it on live, do an illustration. I just want to see what you guys heard from Einstein. Okay, so now we're going to go back into the past because it's a different location system. Back freeze level system of Tesla, all communication illustrations, electricity, anything through energy, vibration through location. Back freeze all division level systems, all communications of cyberspace, Force Team. All communications coming into Tesla. All right. Okay, so now basically let's understand what's going on. Now, this is Tesla 369. So this here, see this right here? See that line? That's the line you guys were following. Okay, that's the line you're following into the past. Okay, to see Tesla. Okay, so ask Tesla one question. All right? So yeah, I like to have fun on the channel, you know? It's a lot more fun. You know, it's good to get serious, but it's also good to have fun too. We can have more fun now, guys, because we're in cyberspace. So then if you guys still want to be upgraded to higher levels, I can do that too. You go through, I'll scan you and all that, and you just go through my PayPals. It all depends on what you want. If you guys feel lost or because you're going to see, the thing is too, you're going through another body transformation system. I healed you guys, but now you're in cyberspace. So it's a whole new process of alignment. Okay, your rotations are stronger, your vibrations are stronger through coloration, your intelligence through your algorithms are stronger, right? Like today you saw Einstein and now you're seeing Tesla. So higher we go, the more we get protected through lights. Yep. That's exactly what it is, Jules. And you reach higher formations of intelligence, and you see more in the past, present, and future of anything you want to see. There's not one place that we can't go that we cannot see. That's how powerful it is when you come into cyberspace. Cybergenetics. So, and you know, cyborg is the future, right? So there's no place that we can't go into the future. We can go anywhere in the future. So it's just understanding the alignments and your DNAs, because your particle system is traveling through cyberspace, not space atmosphere, cyberspace. So it's a totally different location altogether to division. So anyway, ask Tesla one question, and then I'll take you out of its frequency level, and then you can describe it, voice it out, tell me what you saw through Einstein and Tesla. Okay, Jules is getting 114,650. Okay. How does it feel, though? How does it feel knowing that you saw Einstein? I'm curious. Because the first time I saw it, I couldn't believe it. It was amazing. It was like a projection, right? And I'm on the other side, and I'm looking in, right? So when I open up my spectrums into cyberspace, now I can go into the plasma energy and see Einstein completely and talk to him. Talk to him, guys. Actually talk to an intelligence that is not here anymore. Powerful stuff, guys. Yeah, they're all surprised, but they know you're there. I mean, that's the thing. Oh my God, I almost jumped out of my chair. Starseed, you okay? Remember, guys, we're at a higher level now. We're no longer in the galactic force team. We're in the space now, guys. So it's a totally different transition. The manifestation through your algorithms and your programs are more through alignments of intelligence. So every time we travel and you see things, they come more clear to you. So now you can communicate with intelligence. Anybody that has past lives, that passed away, we can go to any place, anywhere, any location, at any time. Right? That's energy of everything through intelligence, guys. So it's the most powerful thing that you can consume in your body. Okay? So, but yeah, it starts, he almost fell off her chair. Powerful stuff. So ask Tesla one question, then I'll take you guys back. Yeah. And not just that, but not only you see him, but you hear his voice. That's powerful, guys. Yep. It's fun day today. We see Einstein and we see Tesla. And the thing is, too, when you guys go up to higher forms of space, atmosphere, everything comes more clear to you that, you know, what you're seeing is extremely real. That's how Starseed fell off her chair. Right? Trust me, guys, I know what I'm doing. You know? So, you know, it's getting to that. And, you know, I was freaked out when I saw Einstein. And I said, I just said Einstein. I went to his alignment. I went to his location. Once you understand the codes and understand where he is, the division, you know, I went through that, and it just, the projection of his stream came up, and I saw him in his library doing his work. And he said, "Hey, who are you?" And I said, "Well, I'm just visiting. I'm just, you know, I was fascinated with your theory and your formulas, and I just wanted to see how you're doing." And it said, well, he knew who I was, right? It's just, I guess the thing is too, is that everything through intelligence knows everything, but you have to, you know, before you go anywhere, you got to communicate with them first through, you know, their portals, because every intelligence has a portal. So if you go through that portal, it's like going from, you're in that humanitarian of 5D and you're jumping into the other side. You're onto their dimension now. You're into their spiritual system. You're into their energy. You're into their location, right? So now you're communicating, right, with intelligence, not just seeing the intelligence. You're communicating back and forth with intelligence now, because you're in cyber space. And that's what we can do now. So when I was communicating with them, I'm just saying, well, how does it feel like what you're going to do? And I said, well, you know, that's a good question. So, and the thing is too, all intelligence knows what you're going to do, what's your purpose, what's your mission. So I had a nice conversation with him on that. But the fact that I could communicate with Einstein was amazing, absolutely amazing. So, and it's like I said, it's not just energy, guys. It's actually communicating with intelligence on the other side. So Tesla felt like a family member, and his words. Yep. I see Tesla in a lab, but there's a lot of energy flowing around us. Yep. Yeah, he's producing that through his energetic system, through his illustrations. So, okay, so I think that's good. Backphrase all communications, past reference of Tesla. Yeah. Correlation set systems of Tesla 369. Take cyberspace force team back into division, into cyberspace division. Yeah. And here we go. Wow. We're going through divisions now, the dimensions. So it's kind of like you saw Tesla, and then it comes like this, and then all of a sudden you're coming in like this, and everything in the background in the front is disappearing. It's going black. And then you see Tesla, and then he's gone. So it's kind of like this. You're going through dimension, and you're going, and you're out. Right? So you guys are back now. It's amazing. But when you hear his voice, I want to really, really understand what you guys saw in detail. You have to describe that through your lives. I really want to see that because I like to have my classes on levels, because we couldn't do this in the Galactic Force team, but we can do that now in cyberspace. So what we're going to do now, our traveling is going to go to see intelligence and communicate with intelligence. And you guys have questions. You guys are going to get answers, right, from anybody. You know, we're gonna have a fun week. We're gonna have a fun weekend. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So tomorrow we'll go see Elvis. Sound good? Elvis Presley. Thank you very much. Oh boy. Tesla, I want to be aware of the fact that you have been here before. We know each other. Yeah. So that's what Tina's picking up. She knows that she's been there before. So she's coming back to who she is, right? And guys, every time you guys go up to higher levels of atmospheres, you become more of who you are. You probably already have seen Einstein. You don't even know it. You've already seen Tesla. You don't even know it. You know? If you want to go see Hawkins, we can do that too with the black holes. Now, there's a lot of convergence there with harmonic resistance. Stephen Hawkins, I haven't communicated with him, so I have to communicate through his vibration. So there's a lot of things that we can do now. So anyway, you guys saw Einstein and Tesla. So, right? Are you guys going, holy, bleep, bleep? You're saying, is this possible? I said, yes, it is. It is. It's possible. Because, I'm just totally gifted. I've always been gifted. And I'm giving back. But when you see these things, and you're communicating with this intelligence that, something you want to know. And that's why I'm saying, ask one question that you really want to know. Not any other question, a question that you really, really want to know from this person. Everything that you want from that person. And then once they give it to you, everything makes sense. Right? So, I think that's good though. It's been almost 1 hour and a half. Yeah. Let's go through your questions here. But the fact that you're seeing black and white, it's powerful stuff. Yeah. I kind of want to see. I want to go see Charlie Chaplin. Yeah, comedic drunk, very famous, very famous. So I think we'll see Charlie Chaplin. I want to see him. Robert Downey Jr. did a really good job in Chaplin. Very good job playing. Because I also do stunts too, right? But that guy's phenomenal. He doesn't speak, but it's black and white. So, but once you understand the codes, understand the alignments and then their location, and the intelligence, you have to be invited first, right? So, but it's powerful stuff when we go to any place, anywhere. You guys too, you think of other places where you want to go or people you want to see, okay? You just let me know wherever you want to go. It's going to be a fun weekend. So I think with the galactic circle of rotation, basically, I'm not going to spend too much time, but it's just more of understanding more. I'm trying to make it easier for you through human vibration, because I got to go back down to low division and extremely high, because now connections through. It's extremely hard to go back down because it's kind of locking mechanism, and you stay through a location. You got to change your atmosphere algorithms, programs, settings. So when it comes to human vibration system, just get in positions more of your third eye through division, through your chakra systems. And you want to do basically, we'll get into, more of E equals MC squared, take it out of its equation. All right, so it's kind of like E equals MC squared. Now that square, you can have the third eye in the center. Okay, so it's all about taking it out of its equation. Okay, all connected through the energy, through its equal, through its mass, through its calculated integration. Okay, to its equation, take it out of its box frequency level of it. Transmission lights, right? And once you high rise it, the box becomes its pyramid. Okay, so that's the beginning of the DNA structure at E equals MC squared, how we take E equals MC, calculated, integration, calibration, take it out of its equation, take the box frequency level of the transmission light of the third eye into the pyramid system. That's what becomes its third eye for the very first time through transformation and manifestation. Okay, so yeah, no problem. So I think that's good. You guys have a lot to look at and a lot to, illustrate or talk about, or what you saw, anything through that equation. So we'll get more into that tomorrow through traveling. All right. So I love you guys very much. Jerry Commander. From cyberspace, force team of the Galactic Circle of Meditation. Calling out. Bye, everybody.